Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Adventurebilt. My name is Kelly.
My name is Tara.
And today we are doing another adventure. We're going up Four Peaks and it's gonna be amazing. Stay tuned.
Our favorite adventure buddy today because we wanted to be out here and go on to Four Peaks. I am a native of Arizona and I have never been on Four Peaks. So this is really exciting. I will say that the road is a lot busier than the road to Crown King.
It's crazy busy today.
Crazy busy. I don't know if it's like the coronavirus that's getting everybody outside or if it's just because it's a beautiful day in Arizona. So we're gonna go with option 2 and say it's because it's a beautiful day, but I will say it's a lot easier trail and so far it's been great.
Yep, it's middle of March, the sun is out, 70 degrees. What better way to spend a beautiful Sunday than out on the trail?
In nature, living it up.
It has literally rained more in the last 7 days than it has in the last 6 months. It has just been pouring every day. And this is the result. There's actually rivers flowing in the desert. The last time I was up here about 9 months ago or so, there wasn't a single water crossing on this entire trail up to Four Peaks. And now there is water everywhere. It's beautiful. Probably fine, but watch out for snakes, you never know. Never know.
One of us in this car is counting macros. One of us is eating Oreo double stuffed cookies. Figure out which one.
I don't know which one's which. We got to the top of Four Peaks. We were setting up, getting some great pictures and video, and We saw MCSO, which are county sheriff from Maricopa County, fly past us with the license sirens on. And come to find out, a helicopter went to the very top of Four Peaks, which is a hiking trail, and a hiker got injured. So they ended up taking our spot we were at for a landing zone so the helicopter could land to drop off the injured hiker to the county guys to get transported the rest of the way down the mountain. At least I hope that's what they're doing because they've been there for a while now. Nevertheless, we made it to the top of Four Peaks. It's kind of an anticlimactic day. There was just so much traffic. All the side-by-sides flying around. We almost got hit a few times. Even with all the traffic and the near collisions, it still was a great trip. I highly suggest doing Four Peaks. I definitely would say do it midweek, not on the weekend. It definitely gets a little nuts up here. The last time I did it was on the motorcycle, and I think it was midweek, and it was a lot nicer ride. So definitely do it midweek. I honestly cannot complain about the views. The views up here are phenomenal. Behind me is Lake Roosevelt. Off this side is all of Scottsdale and Paradise Valley. It is gorgeous up here. Definitely well worth the ride. Like I said, midweek is best. All right, baby, so what'd you think of the ride?
Okay, so what I would say is that this was an easy trail. You could really take this in any vehicle. I would be comfortable taking my Subaru Outback or Crosstrek. And just a regular, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a minivan taking this road because it is very easy. There's a few parts to maybe just be a little bit careful with divots and stuff, but it was a fun trail. I will say that I would rather do this on a weekday when it's not full of people because there's just not a lot of the best choices being made for the community. You know, people, like, we sound like old fuddy-duddies, but people blaring their music at the top where we wanted to just kind of enjoy the peace. Our son's yelling, boomers! But I mean, overall, I say you're out in nature, so be courteous to everybody around you and just make some smart choices driving because the trails are for us to enjoy. And if there's a car crash or an ATV accident, somebody gets hurt and trails are closed. So all in all, not Crown King. All in all, this was a lot of fun. It was no technical challenges compared to Crown King, but it was good. I would do it again.
Well said. So that was the Arizona Department of Public Safety's Ranger. On the Ranger, they have a pilot, a co-pilot, they also have a paramedic, and a crew chief. The paramedic on duty can actually fully treat. The helicopter is actually basically a rolling ambulance. So they can treat while they're on flight and they can do rescue work. They have a winch system where they can actually winch people out. They're gonna conduct this rescue and then get them down safely. This is the Tonto Basin Radio Tower. It's a tower up here. I don't really quite know if it's still operational. I would assume it is. It's just a really cool little zombie apocalypse looking building. I love the big fences and the keep out, no trespassing signs. It's pretty interesting. Behind me is Lake Roosevelt, making the scenery absolutely gorgeous. The rain that we've had in the last week has made this look less like a desert and more like a forest. It is just a beautiful time to be in Arizona. We went up Four Peaks from the traditional Beeline Freeway entryway. However, we're actually going to exit out towards Lake Roosevelt, which is definitely the road less traveled. A lot less traffic, a lot smoother road, a much nicer ride out. Wait, hold on. Yeah, perfect. We made it to the bottom of the trail. We're back near the road, and it was a beautiful day out. It wasn't the most dramatic event. It definitely was not anything crazy. It was just a really nice day out in the desert. It was a great time out.
And no damage to our truck this time.
Yeah, no, zero, nada damage all day long. I was impressed. We aired down at the beginning of the trail to 25 PSI, and now we have to air back up. So let's get that process going. And this is why I need a drawer system. I've just got stuff everywhere in the back of the truck. I'm using my brand new trusty Smittybilt compressor. Smittybilt is definitely a budget compressor, but they have always done really well for me. Trevor has been using one for years and never had an issue with it, so I went the same route and we're using this guy. First time using it, the hose is still in the plastic. Hope it works. This is actually a nice hose. And whammo, ready to go. Smittybilt is a direct battery connection air compressor. Negative, positive, self-explanatory. It works!
So what are you thinking about this so far?
I actually like it a lot. I like how you can screw the inflator valve onto the valve of the tire, turn it on and walk away, and I can do other things. I'm not stuck here holding it on, crouched down like I was deflating it. So to take it off the tire, all you have to do is loosen the valve quickly so you don't lose a lot of air and pull it off. The hose actually isn't just a regular plasticky. It feels like one of those combination, like a plastic and rubber mix. It's actually really pliable. It's really nice. And it, I don't know, it's just got a good feel in your hand. But you just drag this all around to the back. This thing's got some good reach to it. Remove your valve cap, insert this on. Screw it on quickly so you don't lose so much air, and then tell your friend or son working the compressor to hit that on button. Oh yeah. And we're done. And don't forget to replace all your valve caps. So now to store everything, we're just gonna disconnect all the quick disconnects. Why are you laughing at me? Hot? No. Ow! I wish it was hot, just a little bit. This hose here has definitely got some heat to it, so be careful when using it. So I'm gonna pull it, ooh, that's hot. I'm gonna let that cool down before I disconnect that hose.
Maybe a good tip is to start bringing a pair of gloves.
Yeah, I actually have a pair of gloves. I should use those.
Let's get the gloves.
Disconnect the gator clips, battery terminals. Always do the negative first. Now we're completely detached from the vehicle. Walk over the tailgate and disassemble it. Now with the Smittybilt on the tailgate with gloves on, I'm going to disconnect this quick disconnect. And I will say this hose here and this fitting is really hot, so be careful. It's gonna come apart. There it is. Now this is disassembled. I'm gonna coil up. So that is the only drawback to these pre-coiled hoses. They get crazy really fast.
Beautiful.
So now I'm just gonna kind of coil all this up. Bring the Smittybilt bag the compressor came in and set it inside.
Would you recommend waiting on anything because it's hot before putting it back in its carry bag?
I don't think it's hot enough to melt anything. It's just hot enough to make your skin uncomfortable.
That's it.
We're back in town. Everything went great. I really enjoyed Four Peaks. The family loved it. It was just a great day out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. We'll see you guys next time.